Welcome back to Going Off Grid. We're in the garage today. I'm going to be notching support posts for the off-grid cabin. Don't forget to hit that like button and click subscribe. Alright, so I had the saw blade set at a depth of 3/4 of an inch because I prefer to notch my posts 3/4 of an inch. That way when you put band boards on here, the band board sits on 3/4 of an inch and sticks out over 3/4 of an inch. Especially when I'm using 4x4s for posts. That way I don't take too much out of the 4x4 and weaken the top part where you're attaching your band board or your trusses or your floor joist to that point. Typically what I find on pressure treated lumber is when you try to chisel it, it's so wet from the pressure treating that it doesn't really want to chisel very nice. So what I'm going to do is I put a 3/4 inch block on one side of my router, and then I'll set that in here and I'll router all this off. And even with the router, it still becomes pretty feathery, but it's still a lot easier than messing with a chisel. So we'll flip them over, we'll do another side, and then this end will be done, and then we'll just repeat the process on the other end, and we'll be able to cut 6 posts out of these 3 6x6s. So let's do the other side. So what we have here, we got a 3/4 inch notch on 2 sides. So when we lay our band board against here, it'll sit on this 3/4 of an inch. It'll be out over 3/4 of an inch. You still get the structural support of the notch, but not going 1.5 inches deep so the whole thing sets on. If you went 1.5 inches deep, you'd be in about here on both sides, which would only leave 4 inches of your post. Imagine what that would be like if you're only using a 4-inch post. It's gonna leave you 2 inches left if you did 1.5 inch notch. That's why I prefer to only notch 3/4 of an inch. My ledger boards, everything sits on there fine. And then you use your ledger lock with flags and attach everything to your posts. Okay, that's what we got for today. Hope you enjoyed the video making posts for the cabin. We'll see you on the next one. Thanks for watching.